lollipop.
And we get a call from Catherine, and she's screaming.
Oh my God, I'm shaking, I'm shivering, I can't breathe. What's happening to me? And then all of a sudden,
on the outside, the Ace family looks picture perfect. When you first see Catherine, you see an Instagram influencer mom married to a college basketball player documenting the lives of their adorable kids on social media for everyone to see. But wait till you find out that there's more to her than meets the eye. Catherine and Austin started their YouTube channel called The Ace Family back in 2016. Ace stands for the initials of the original 3 members, including Austin, Catherine, and their firstborn daughter, Elle. In the beginning, the Ace family made wholesome videos documenting their day-to-day lives as parents. Then, with time, they started playing pranks on each other and taking part in all kinds of YouTube challenges, broadening the range of their content to attract a greater audience. And well, it's safe to say that it worked, because by 2018, the Ace family had over 4 million subscribers, and the number was only growing day by day. In their very first videos, Austin and Catherine talked about how they met, with Austin saying that he fell in love with his partner at first sight. Now, no one's denying that the couple really did work hard to give themselves and their kids the good life. But before all of that happened, Catherine actually spent a year in China, where she apparently taught English, French, and Spanish, and then worked as a model. However, there are some rumors about the influencer's past saying that she was actually there working as an escort, and then later switched to small-time modeling and acting jobs. However, nothing has ever really been confirmed about those rumors. Catherine specifically has always talked about how she has been working since she was 16 years old, while Austin was a pretty promising basketball player before the two decided to start working on their channel full-time. And the rest is history. Catherine got pregnant in 2016, and around that time, Austin was still trying to make his basketball career. But when their channel started blowing up, they knew they had to seize the opportunity then and there. Most of their videos were super family-oriented, so you can say that the Ace family is mostly responsible for the popularization of family vlogs and family channels and family content in general on YouTube. One of their most viewed videos of all time is titled The Best Proposal of All Time, where Austin takes Catherine skydiving and then proposes to her, leaving just about anyone who watched it in tears. It really is a nice video though. The video currently has over 40 million views with over 1.6 million likes, and was a career-defining upload for the Ace family, with the kind of attention it earned them. After Elle, the two welcomed a second daughter named Aliyah, and were on their way to getting married in front of their millions of subscribers. But that's where things started taking a turn for the worse, and a bunch of cheating allegations started coming out against Austin. And to make things worse, the allegations were followed by video proof where Austin was seen drinking and dancing with other girls. All of this happened in 2019, and people were tagging Catherine in all kinds of posts, trying to warn her about her partner's alleged infidelity. However, she chose to stay above it all, and her relationship with Austin only seemed to be getting stronger as the couple welcomed their baby boy Steele in 2020. But with the addition of another child to their family, there was a huge uproar on social media about Catherine capitalizing on these young children, using them to make money and gain fame. The thing is that these children would always be on camera, like always. They would be in vlogs and prank videos and all over their parents' social media and platforms because, well, that's what gained them the views. Sure, people found Elle, Aliyah, and Steele adorable and wanted to see content featuring them, but the question is, how much of it should be permissible? This sparked a larger conversation about family channels in general and how they exploited children for views without any kind of regulation. For example, there have been tons of videos where Austin and Catherine use extremely inappropriate language and get angry at each other for content right in front of their kids, who are probably traumatized after seeing their parents act this way for the camera. A lot of people also believe that the Ace family actually only got their first break because of Elle and how absolutely adorable she was. So they decided to start using that and exploiting it to no end. For instance, Trisha Paytas actually went ahead and called Austin and Catherine out recently for posting a TikTok of Elle where she's dressed in a crop top and is dancing with an extremely age-inappropriate thumbnail, showing how the couple really did go to any length to exploit their children for fame. Another really uncomfortable clip then started making rounds on social media with Austin slapping Elle's butt in a way that no one found easy to watch. And the worst part is that Catherine is just sitting there saying nothing. And after all this, people started talking about the kind of impact that being on camera pretty much 24/7 just so their parents could get a few minutes of content would have on the Ace kids. Now, you might be wondering how this is any different from, let's say, a child actor who worked on set and stars in films and such. Well, those child actors actually have rights and regulations in place to protect them. For example, they're only allowed to work a certain amount of hours, so their privacy isn't being invaded the same way that family channels on YouTube invade the privacy of their kids, essentially using them for views. With so many reaction videos and scripted vlogs, the Ace kids are made to be in front of the camera and act a certain way and say certain things because, well, that's how their parents will make money. And if that's not messed up to you, I don't know what is, man. Take this video as an example where there's apparently been a break-in at the Ace family house. Just keep all the rumors about it being real or staged aside. Austin has Elle in his arms right in front of the camera as he narrates the whole thing, talking about how him and his family could have died as the child listens to all of this. Then, instead of taking her to a safe location, they continue to take Elle inside the house, right in the middle of all the mess that the robbers made inside the house, which must have been really traumatizing for a 3-year-old. Austin even goes up to Elle and tells her that the robbers left her ring as the poor child only stares back at her parents, wondering what the hell is going on. Clearly very distraught about this whole thing. Now, the reason why this made a lot of people mad was that Catherine and Austin could essentially go on to use their children for fame as long as they wanted, with no rules in place safeguarding the kids' futures, or making sure that their parents keep their well-deserved chunk of the profits aside for them. But, well, considering all the debt that the Ace family is in at the moment, doesn't seem like they cared much about their child's future at all. Especially not Catherine, with the way she has chosen to stay quiet about any controversy that Austin has ever gotten into, letting him do crazy things with their children for views. Not just that, but Catherine and Austin have used every opportunity they got to use their children. They've made them official and probably unpaid brand ambassadors for any merch they launch, their apps, sponsorships, and of course, their juice brand called Silly Juice. So pretty much everything that the couple does, their children are automatically involved in it. The promotions, the social media posts, the targeted content, all of it. And considering the fact that most of what the Ace family does is targeted towards children, including their videos and merch, they sneakily use their own children to send their message across without having to go through any kind of ad regulation, which is mandatory when your primary audience consists of children that are under 18. At the same time, the Ace kids are pretty much forced into doing all of this without any consent, which makes all of this 10 times worse. So if you think about it, these kids aren't just being filmed living their lives. They also have to wake up and pose for the camera even when they don't feel like it. Now, while Austin is usually depicted as the worst of one of the parents, especially with all of these cheating allegations and anger outbursts in front of his children, what most people don't realize is that Catherine is just as bad. Not only does she cover up for Austin, but she also does it because she doesn't want to dismantle the system that's contributing to her lavish lifestyle. For example, back in 2021, the Ace couple came under fire when a TikToker claimed that Austin had fathered a secret child. The user went on to say that they actually had proof that the kid at the daycare that they worked at belonged to Austin McBroom. All of these rumors started after another TikTok user alleged that she was paid by Catherine to abort her child after Austin had cheated and gotten her pregnant. Now, while these videos were most probably a joke, the ones from the daycare workers sounded a bit more genuine, especially because the account was entirely anonymous. So you know that the person wasn't doing it for the fame. The poster said that Austin had made everyone at the daycare sign an NDA to protect his secret from getting out, which is why the person couldn't reveal their identity. Even the fans couldn't help but wonder whether Catherine was always in on all of this and was actually protecting Austin through it all. But let me tell you that this is the last of the Ace family problems. Sure, Austin's problematic, but Catherine is no saint either and has played an equal part in letting her kids get exploited while she mints more and more money while defending Austin's controversial behavior. Catherine has been accused time and again of scamming her fans and using their loyalty for her own benefit. One of these scams happened in 2018 when the couple organized a charity basketball event where they were going to donate $100,000 to a charity if they sold enough tickets. And well, the tickets sold out, but the donation that they made was only $75,000 while keeping the rest for themselves. themselves. And this isn't the only time the couple has done something like this. Over the years, they've organized tons of giveaways where they've promised the winners Tesla cars and designer bags, but somehow they would always end up giving things to one of their friends. And if someone else did win, they would just never get the prize. That sounds pretty shady, don't it? Now, people believe that Catherine has managed to play the role of the naive wife very well, but in reality, she's extremely well-spoken and pretty great at the business side of things. I mean, look at her in any of the interviews she's done. She always sounds brilliant, especially when compared to Austin. So while Austin is essentially the face of the Ace family, who's to say that Catherine isn't the brains? As far as their scams go, the basketball tournament wasn't the only one. Last year, Austin actually launched something called the $50 per month millionaire program, which was an online course for him to teach his followers how they could become successful on social media. This venture was launched only 6 months after the horrible failure of the Ace Club, which was designed to be a members-only platform where the subscribers would have access to exclusive Ace family content. The Ace family then had tons of people paying $20 a month for a website that just wasn't working. But guess what? They still kept taking on more subscriptions and making more money. Things were so bad that the couple had to come on camera and talk about how they were making all of these changes to the website, but of course, nothing happened and the whole thing had to be shut down. According to Austin, unfortunately, the people we partnered up with for the Ace Club ended up scamming us. It hurt us because in reality, you guys got scammed. The website wasn't built to the degree that we needed it to be, so you guys really didn't get the value you should have got. So unfortunately, we had to stop funding the Ace Club. So that means that the couple knew that the website wasn't working properly, but they still continued to promote it. And as always, when things got to a point where they had to shut it down, Catherine quietly took the backseat and didn't make any comments or offer any apology to her fans. And then came the scam that ruined it all for the mother of the Ace family, her venture into skincare. The brand was called 1212 Gateway, but not even a month into the launch, customers started complaining about the packaging of the products, 2-month delays in deliveries, and countless other issues, including shady ingredients and formulas that were allegedly burning people's faces. Is there anything her and Austin can get right? Said a user on Twitter, while others took to the platform to talk about their faulty packaging and late shipping. Not just that, but Catherine owes her business partner, TBL Cosmetics, about $30 million in punitive damages after the company filed an abandonment lawsuit against her when she tried to take over the company and block the partners from taking any profit, which just goes to show that the woman really knows what she's doing. Recently, Catherine has surprised her fans with the news that she's going to be working on her very own YouTube channel where she's going to post things that she likes. Now, while this might not come across like it, a lot of people believe that she's going solo to try and make her own separate brand to make back all the money that the Ace family has lost in their multiple lawsuits. Considering all this, sure, Catherine might not be as outright problematic as Austin, but it's pretty evident that she has a huge part to play when it comes to the exploitation of their children in an attempt to make profits and keep the charade of a luxurious lifestyle. After the whirlwind few years that the Ace family has had, the one thing that's for sure is that this family isn't done with their share of controversies just yet. So, Plug Gang, what are your thoughts on the Ace fam? Do you think that Catherine is the lesser of two evils, or do you think that she's going to continue exploiting her children for fame? Let us know in the comments below, and if you enjoyed this video, make sure you check out the next one.